Breaking news tonight. It is a major victory for tens of thousands of Michiganders who make minimum wage. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. Today, the Michigan Supreme Court struck down the policy known as Adopt and Amend. As a result, minimum wage is going up. News 10 Capitol correspondent Zachariah Wheaton has the details.
The state Supreme Court's ruling comes after a Republican-led legislature back in 2018 voted to block ballot initiatives that would have rose the state's minimum wage and required employers to provide paid sick time. Justice Elizabeth Welch wrote in an opinion that the move prevented voters from exercising their rights, as lawmakers, business groups, and advocates are all reacting to Wednesday's ruling.
We're just very, very appreciative that the will of the people was restored.
All of our food in the restaurant prices will go up and fewer people will go to the restaurant. This is just a bad direction in general.
Now, the state's minimum wage will increase from $10.33 to around $12.50 an hour, and it will continue to rise based on inflation. Sick leave provisions mean many businesses will be required to provide workers with paid time off, and the law also will gradually eliminate a lower minimum wage for tipped workers in restaurants. Aisha Wells with Mothering Justice, the group that brought the issue to the Supreme Court, says she's glad their efforts over the past 6 years paid off.
I think that means that folks have more money in their pockets. I think that folks are able to put food on their table more. And now Michigan can say proudly that they're one of those states. We are one of the states that a person can take off when they are sick to heal.
In the dissenting opinion, Chief Justice Elizabeth Clement wrote that nothing in the Constitution restricts lawmakers from enacting laws that avoid a ballot proposal. Justice Brian Zara also pointed out that the language of the proposal was not approved by the legislature nor voted on by the people.
With deceptive marketing and deceptive wording, it was at risk that the public would be deceived into voting for something that really wasn't what they wanted. So the Republican legislature took control of this.
The Michigan Chamber of Commerce president and CEO said the court's decision will have a detrimental impact on restaurants and small business growth.
Many businesses, especially your smaller businesses and people in the hospitality industry, can't afford that year in, year out. What we need is to let market forces drive. We already have a talent problem in Michigan, and this is going to exacerbate all of these cost pressures on employers across the state.
The Michigan Chamber of Commerce is calling on lawmakers to bring the issue back to the legislature to find a better solution, as the increase to minimum wage and the paid sick time requirements will take effect at the end of February. Reporting in Lansing, I'm Zachariah Wheaton, News 10.
The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association called the Michigan Supreme Court's ruling tone deaf. Justin Winslow went on to say 40% of full-service restaurants in the state are not profitable. 1 in 5 will likely close, he says, taking up to 60,000 jobs with them.